Morning guys, welcome to another video from Paper Ball and Pen Tube. Today's going to be a bit of a quick one. Basically I wanted to get across probably the most important message that I've learned through starting air gunning. I've been doing it about a year and a half now, and the biggest point that I came across that I believe was please don't buy cheap pellets. When I first bought my gun, I did everything about the sport. I asked the retailer for some pellets. They sold me some cheap ones, £5 for 500. There you go, that's how cheap they were. 1p a pellet. And the thing is shot awful. I couldn't zero the scope. Couldn't hit a barn door with them. I was that close to giving up the sport. It was frustrating. It's like one of those levels in a game where you keep trying, you can't get past the level, and eventually you stop trying. You just give it up, which is a waste of money, a waste of time. Luckily there are some forums, there are some videos on YouTube I looked at, and I could see that the better pellets would improve your shooting. How to evidence this? That's what I thought. I had one gun, so it could have been the gun, could have been kind of pellet fussy gun, who knows. Now I've got two guns. In fact, I've got three guns, but I've got two PCPs. I've got a Nova Vista Alpha, which is a budget PCP, which has had some good reviews, but it's a bit of an unknown quantity yet. I'm not seeing too much on the internet about it. And I've also got an HW110, which I bought last week, which is a known quantity, been out a few years, and lots of people know that that's a quality rifle. So we can compare two guns, two pellets. The two pellets I've got. You may have seen on my previous pellet comparison video. We use these David Nixon Magnum Domes. I think they were second to last. They're not great. Close range, blinking maybe, but they're not what I would deem to be a quality pellet. They're a kind of just use infrequently pellet. And we're going to compare those to Rangemaster Sovereigns, which aren't kind of top. They didn't come top of the list. They didn't perform the best. They're kind of mid-range, but they're kind of a quality pellet. I believe they're kind of JSB, so they're kind of comparable to those. And I'm going to shoot both through both guns, so you can see the direct comparison. So it's not the gun, it's not the conditions, because I'm going to do them all kind of one straight after the other. And I want you to see the difference and how frustrating it could be using a poor pellet as opposed to a decent pellet. I want you to kind of take that into mind. Wait for these beginners. Don't just go buy any old rubbish. Kind of take some time, buy something half decent, and you will reap the benefits, even if you're a novice and a poor shooter like I was. So we're going to do that. I'll set up the target downrange. It's about 18 yards away, past the trampoline, underneath the washing line. And you'll see that I've got it into quarters. Each one is marked. Nova Vista one side, HW110 the other. David Nixon, I think that's the top row, and the Rangemaster Sovereigns will be the bottom row. So let's get shooting. I think the results are going to be wholly self-evident, but let's get it done, and then we'll have another chat. See you guys, bye! So here are the guns, ready to go. I've got a bipod on the Nova Vista, and I've got a bag for the HW110. Equally good at shooting for me, the stance. They'll both be bench rested. Let's wander down here just to explain target. Here we go. So this is going to be the target here. So if I can get some focus, come on, focus. Right, so HW110 will be down the left, Nova Vista will be down the right, David Nixon will be across the top, and Rangemaster will be across the bottom. So those circles are 20p pieces. I couldn't find a 5p, so 20p it was, with a dot in the middle just to help you kind of stick the crosshairs on it. All shots crosshairs will be on the dot. or near as damn it, because I'm still not brilliant. And yeah, let's see what we got. See what I mean? Those David Magnussons were all over the shop. Here we have the results. Look at this. This fucking stop the wind blowing it around. Look at this horror story. You know, that would dishearten you if you were shooting like that all the time. That disheartened you. This ain't great. You know, I was aiming here the whole time. all over the place. Now, like I say, this HW110 is a new gun, not properly leaded in, and that was shot in real time, so that's doing fast shooting, so it's a little bit all over the place. Definitely that top one there, that was me, because I pulled the trigger too quickly. Nova Vista Alpha, look at that, I've had that a good 6 months, well leaded in barrel, that's looking great, okay? But look, it's the difference. Awful, a lot better. Awful, a lot better. In fact, I did this again because it was a bit blustery when I did this one. And these are the results here. David Nixon. This was the HW110. This was the Nova Vista. This was the HW110 for the Rangemaster Sovereign. This was the Nova Vista Rangemaster Sovereign. Now that really tells your story. Look at the difference there. This is when I took my time. I wasn't rushing like I was with the one I just showed you. Took my time, placed everyone where it should be. You'd be happy with that. 18 yards. Anyone would be happy with that. This is garbage, to use an Americanism. Awful. So please, the basis of this video is to say, please, when you start shooting, don't use cheap pellets. This David Nixon, so sort of fine if you want to hit a tin can. You can hit a tin can with those, couldn't you? 18 yards, like that. That nails some tin cans. If you're looking for accuracy like this, don't use them. Tin can shooting, fine. Absolute accuracy, hitting the dot. Use decent pellets. So you will get disheartened if you can't do it. You'll jack it in, less people using sport, you know. That's my advice, okay? Stay safe, guys. Nearly out of coronavirus now. Can get me a haircut soon, coronavirus hair. I'm going to do a proper comparison with the HW110 once I've leaded it in a bit more, and the Nova Vista, because I know a lot of people are interested to see how that Nova Vista at £325 compares to a known quantity like an HW110, £700, twice the price. Whether or not, you know, you get kind of value for money, or whether it's just cheap rubbish, I think you can guess what the results are going to be. It's decent, but I'll do a full comparison for you. Stay safe, look after yourselves. We'll kill that coronavirus. Laters.